What up, guys? Back again with another Draftkings video. Today we're going to be doing a video on Draftkings MMA. It's going to be on the UFC 215 card, which I've already made a video, giving you guys my picks. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about the Draftkings portion. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So let's start with the first fight of the night down here. Obviously, we already know the DJ fight's pretty much off the table now. So first fight of the night, we got A. Martin versus K. Johnson. This is a very easy pick, guys. Johnson is obviously a way more expensive fighter. He's at 9K. I think he's actually the most. Oh no, he's not the most expensive, but I think he's the second most expensive on the whole card here. The most expensive fighter that you could pick is Henry Cejudo right now, and below him is A. Martin. So this guy, A. Martins, Adriano Martins. First of all, he was on a what do you call it? Well, he was on a win streak, getting good finishes or whatever. He did lose his last fight by split decision. It was a close fight. He landed more strikes, but whatever. He lost the fight. What else? But yeah, he's a potent finisher. You guys could see there. I mean, he has a first round KO win against Makhachev, another first round KO win against some guy named Puig. So yeah, this guy's a finisher. Fought way better opposition. His opponent, Cajun Johnson's, was kind of a low-level fighter, and he hasn't fought in like 2 years. So huge advantage there for Martins. A lot of people are calling Johnson a jobber, pretty much saying he's a low-level fighter. To me, it kind of seems like it. His record doesn't seem that good, and we haven't seen him in a while, so we don't really know how this guy's going to look. I also heard this guy has no chin either. So yeah, Martins hits hard. He's better all around, and I don't really see Martins losing the fight. So he's one of the safest picks on the whole card. He's actually the biggest favorite on the card here, and also he has finishing potential. So he's a good play for DraftKings. So I'll go ahead and put him up there on my team. But I'm not making a lineup just to make a lineup or whatever, guys. I'm just trying to give you guys my insight there. So yeah, I would pick Martins on that, and I do think he's gonna get a finish. And if I'm gonna say how much points you think he's gonna score, I'm gonna project that he probably scores about at least 85. That's for Martins. So the next fight, we got Henrique versus A. Bular. Henrique is a heavyweight coming off a loss to Tybura. He's a Brazilian wrestler. He's fighting now Arjan Bular, who is an Indian fighter, fighting out of Canada. He's pretty damn good. Good ass wrestling. Better wrestling than Henrique. He's undefeated, and he's going to be the first Indian to fight in the UFC. So a lot of hype on this guy. He's the cheaper fighter, and I like that. So to me, I think Bular's a good pick. He's a heavyweight. He can finish fights. Half his wins are by knockout. He's a heavy hitter. To me, he kind of seems like a Cain Velasquez type of style, just not as good with his striking, but he has that grind. He's going to be able to take Henrique down, and he's going to be able to just smash him on the ground. So I like Bular here. If you like Henrique, he's not that bad priced. He's only at 8,300, but I like Bular here in this lineup, or as a player or whatever. I think his projected points probably the same thing as Martin's, probably like 80, especially if he gets a finish, which I think he will get that finish. Next fight, Mitch Clark versus Alex White. I like Alex White here, guys. This is the biggest fucking the biggest mistake here for DraftKings for this week. Yeah, Alex White's actually the favorite, and they have him extremely cheap, only 7,400, guys. So yeah, he's the better fighter. First of all, way better striking than Mitch Clark. Mitch Clark's kind of a low-level fighter. He hasn't won a fight, according to this, since 2014. He's a grappler, but if Alex White learned from his last fight against Martin, who was a way better grappler, then he's gonna be able to stuff these takedowns and be able to outstrike Clark on the feet. As we saw here, Alex White's stats against Lobov, he was able to score 90 fantasy points, landed a lot of significant strikes against Lobov. Yeah, I see White just being better on the feet. I see him being able to stop the takedowns. And yeah, overall, I see him winning the fight with his striking and his boxing pretty much. He has really good boxing. So I like Alex White, and like I said, they fucked up the prices here. It should be Clark at 7,400, and it should be White at 8,800. So yeah, they fucked up the prices. I don't know if they did that on purpose or they fucked up, but to me, guys, Alex White is he's a pretty damn good pick. And he could also finish, but more than likely, I think he wins by decision and just scores up a lot of points with his striking. Next fight, Gavin Tucker against Rick Glenn. Another one of my favorite plays here on the card. Gavin Tucker looked really good against Sam Cecilia, a veteran. Outstruck him. He didn't score that high, 63 points, but he's very sharp on the feet, good striking. Rick Glenn, he's coming off a win also, but he's a little bit, he's not a bad fighter, but he's just not as good as Tucker. He's not as sharp on the feet as Tucker is. So I just think Tucker here is the more better fighter. He's just sharper all around, undefeated fighter also, and fighting out of Canada. So yeah, I like Tucker here in this matchup. All right, so next fight, Evan Smith versus Sarah Morris. Another very easy pick. Evan Smith here should be easily able to win this fight. Morris isn't that high level an opponent. Smith has fought better opponents. She has good wrestling. She can get takedowns, and obviously you guys know in Draftkings MMA, takedowns give you a lot of points. So she could get takedowns, that gives you points. Plus the transitions on the ground gives you more points. Morris is a grappler. She's kind of like Evan Smith, but just a lower level version, pretty much. Yeah, she's just not that good, and I can't see her winning this fight at all. So it's very easy to make this pick. Like I said, I just think Evan Smith is kind of like an upgraded version of Morris. And I don't see where Morris can win this fight at all. She doesn't have better stand-up. Her takedown defense sucks. Her wrestling's not going to be good enough to take down Smith down. So yeah, I like Smith here, and I think she's a very safe play. All right, so next fight, McMahon versus Vieira. So yeah, I like McMahon here. I've been a fan of hers. She hasn't lost since the Nunez fight. She's on a 3-fight win streak. Her last 2 fights, she got finishes by submission, so we know she's working her submission game. That's good. But we already know her bread and butter is takedowns. As you guys could see, in her last 3 fights, she scored 2 takedowns. Seems like whenever she scores 2 takedowns on you, she pretty much won the fight. Vieira here isn't that horrible either. She's a good cheap play if you think she's gonna get the win here. She's a. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, actually, wait. Yeah, she is a grappler. She has a judo and jiu-jitsu background. She's undefeated. Decent striking. As you guys can see in her last fight, she landed 71 significant strikes. She was able to score 74 points. That's not that bad against Evan Smith, who, like I was saying, she's fighting against Morris or whatever. But Evan Smith isn't as good as McMahon, and McMahon is going to be the better wrestler here. Obviously, coming from that Olympic level wrestling. I think she was a silver medalist or something like that. But yeah, McMahon's going to be too good with her wrestling game. She's too strong. I mean, she's pretty damn yoked, man. She got some big ass arms. And I expect her to do what she does. Get the takedown, score some points. On the feet, Vieira probably is going to have the advantage, guys, so that's always a worry. But I think McMahon, is improving her stand-up, but her having the better wrestling is going to win her the fight. So I like McMahon here. Now, this is obviously not a lineup you can use, guys. Like I said, I'm just kind of adding them on there. But yeah. So the next fight, Jeremy Stephens versus Gilbert Melendez. That's going to be a really fun fight. And I like Melendez here in this matchup. First of all, I think he's just better all around than Jeremy Stephens. He looks good at this weight class. He made the weight cut easily. He's also cheaper than Jeremy Stephens by $200, so you could save some money there. Yeah, I expect Melendez to land better shots. He has better boxing, better wrestling. And Stephens, he's an average fighter, and I don't think he's going to be top 5. Melendez has a chance here to get to the top 5. Yeah, to me, he looked good at the weigh-ins or whatever. His weight cut looked good. I can't wait to see this fight. It's going to be a really fun fight. I think both these guys are going to land a lot of shots. So, yeah, both these guys are durable also. So, I could see this fight being pretty high scoring, especially for Melendez here. He's going to be landing a lot of strikes. If this is like the Sanchez fight, as you can see, he landed 96 significant strikes and he scored 83 points by decision. If he gets to that type of fight, I mean, he could score a lot of points. So, yeah, I like Melendez here. He's cheaper, and I do think he's going to get the win. So, I think Melendez wins, probably by decision, but either way, I think he gets the win there. Next fight, Ilir Latifi versus Tyson Pedro. I like Tyson Pedro, guys. First of all, he's a finisher, and he's cheaper, 7,700. Very cheap. He's on a 2-fight win streak here in the UFC. Both wins by finish. Yeah, he's undefeated, like I said. I mean, obviously he's scoring very fucking high on DraftKings because he's been getting finishes. He's now fighting Ilir Latifi, who's coming off a bad KO loss against Ryan Bader. Before that, he was actually on a 3-fight win streak. But you know, he's not beating high level ass opponents, and Tyson Pedro here could be one of these up and comers. He's undefeated, he's young, he's long, he's good everywhere. Really good, solid ground game and improving striking game. I think he's gonna have better striking than Latifi, and if Latifi tries to get him down to the ground, Pedro does have a submission game. So yeah, I like Pedro here, and I think he gets a win, and I think he probably gets like a late finish. I don't think he stops Latifi that early, but it's definitely possible. So yeah, I think Pedro wins a third round knockout. All right, next fight, Henry Cejudo versus Wilson Reis. A very easy pick here. I like Cejudo, guys. He looked really good in his loss against Benavidez, and I actually thought that should have been a win for Cejudo. Whatever, I think they kind of robbed Cejudo there, but I mean, as you can see, even in the loss, he scored 49 points. He landed a lot of strikes. Yeah, Cejudo looked pretty damn good in that Benavidez fight. I mean, it's been a while since he fought, almost a year, but he looked pretty good. And if you guys saw, obviously the Wilson Reis fight against Demetrius Johnson, this guy did pretty much nothing. He got 8 points. Yeah, he got outclassed by Demetrius Johnson. I don't think, you know, Cejudo is going to outclass him more than Johnson did, but I do think Cejudo is going to be better all around. Cejudo has better striking, obviously better wrestling, and I can't see Wilson Reis winning this fight at all. So yeah, I think Cejudo is another very safe play, and he can score high because he's going to land a lot of shots. Wilson Reis is coming off that knockout loss, and yeah, I think Cejudo's a good play here. So Cejudo probably by like a third round knockout or by decision. Either way, I think he's going to score at least 75 points. So I like Cejudo. Now for the co-main event, Dos Anjos versus Neil Magny. I really like Dos Anjos here. I feel like he's just going to be able to run through Magny. I think he's going to have too much pressure. He looked good in his welterweight debut against Tarek Saffiedine. Scored 76 points by decision. He had a takedown. He had a lot of significant strikes landed. Yeah, I expect him to look good here against Neil Magny. Neil Magny, I think, is coming off that. Yeah. Oh, actually, no. He's coming off a win against Johnny Hendricks. But before that, he got knocked out by Larkin. I feel like this is very similar to that Larkin fight. I feel like Dos Anjos is going to be bringing that pressure. Hendricks, you know, he's just not that good anymore. So, you know, can't give him too much credibility there for that win. Hendricks just been looking pretty damn awful for a while now. So yeah, I expect Dos Anjos to bring that striking pressure like how he did to Anthony Pettis and, you know, pretty much everybody else that he's been able to get a win on. Bring that pressure, bring that striking, mix in that wrestling, and I expect him to just kind of beat Magny up on the fight. And yeah, to me, Dos Anjos looks pretty good at this weight class, and I think Dos Anjos is a pretty safe pick here. So I like Dos Anjos. It's going to be hard to finish Magny, so I think Dos Anjos probably wins by decision, but I think he could still score at least 70 or 75 points. So yeah, I'm picking Dos Anjos. Alright, now for the main event, guys. Shevchenko versus Nunes. Both these fighters, same price, 8,100. So pretty much take your pick. Do you like Shevchenko or do you like Nunes? For me, I like Shevchenko. Her recent fight, she's been scoring high. She's been looking good. We know she could go all 5 rounds, and she has a really great gas tank. Nunes, she gasses in her fights. Obviously, she beat Shevchenko in 2016 right there, as you guys could see. But she lost that last round, and she was getting tired already. So we know she can gas, and we know Shevchenko could take some damage and keep on coming. So I think Shevchenko's durability here is going to help her win the fight. She's going to be durable enough to withstand Nunes's early onslaught. And, you know, then Nunes is going to start gassing, and then that's when Shevchenko starts taking over the fight. Starts out striking Nunes, starts maybe even working some takedowns and beat Nunes up on the ground. But yeah, that's how I see it playing out. I think Nunes here is pretty much going to lose here. So yeah, I like Shevchenko. And like I said, unless Nunes maybe knocks her out early, which I doubt, it's possible, but I doubt, then yeah, I can't see Nunes winning this fight, you know, by decision. So yeah, Shevchenko, I think she gets the win. I think probably she wins by decision, but it could also happen in the later rounds, like a late finish in the 4th or 5th rounds. But I'm gonna just pick Shevchenko by decision. And since it is going 5 rounds, and her fight against Holly Holm, she scored, according to this, she scored 92 points. So I could see her scoring at least 85 points in this matchup. So yeah, that's good. That's it for my picks, guys. My favorite DraftKings play would have to be, Who would it be? I don't know. To be honest, I like all my picks on this week's card, guys. There's not like a pick that I really don't like at all. I like all my picks. I feel very confident here. I could really see myself going 11 out of 11 here on my picks for sure. 9 out of 11. Yeah, I'm just pretty damn confident here. If I'm gonna say who's gonna score the highest here, Tyson Pedro could score highest here because, you know, obviously he's a big finisher. Also, the heavyweight fight. Where's he at? Arjan Bular. This guy could score really high. He's a finisher. He's heavyweight. Adriano Martins could get that finish. Yeah, but yeah, not much else to say, guys. That's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about my picks. Like I said, I'm not gonna give you guys a lineup because, well, I know I'm trying to make this money, and I don't want people to have the same lineup as me anymore. So yeah, I'm not gonna give you guys a lineup, but yeah, you know, hopefully I give you guys some insight there, and yeah, hopefully help you guys out there to, you know, make your lineups. So that's all I really got to say, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you guys don't play DraftKings but want to play and want to try to make some money. I got the link below in the description, right there where it says, I forgot what it says. It's something about, you know, betting or whatever, DraftKings, fantasy, whatever. Click that link, join, sign up. You get a free ticket or something like that. And yeah, it's fun and you can win some money. Alright, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching and enjoy the fights, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.